Mike SHRIVER Ministries. Today, I have become known as the Butcher of Missaukee. I will destroy everyone that gets in my path. I don't believe in throwing back the small ones because unless it's like an inch or two long, it's getting filleted. And we are at the time of year here in Missaukee County, Michigan, here in Lake City, 2 blocks from the lake. We have a smorgasbord. The time is right. We just need a little bit warmer water and they will turn on. They will be so active. They go into what's called a feeding frenzy. Now, these crappie are insidiousness. Or insidious, not insidiousness. They're very insidious. They sneak in other words. And the next thing they know, they're spawning. Next thing we know, they're spawning. And we're gonna go get some today. I got the baits, I got the minnows. Pinhead minnows, best thing. Pinhead minnows. God created everything, all things alone and by himself. Yes, he sure did. And he knew what he was doing when the fish that he created called in many places many different things. And in Michigan, we call them crappies. And every year we have what I have dubbed the crapathon. The crapathon hasn't quite started yet because, well, look at me. I'm wearing winter gear in almost mid-May. But we got a really nice, steady northern wind. That beautiful American flag. Just gorgeous. If I was a flag, F-L-A-G, dating other flags, F-L-A-G, I would date the American flag. Because it is the most beautiful. Oh, the park's not open yet, so I can sneak right through here. Shh, don't tell nobody. Yes, let me, here, let me show you. Here we go right now. Now, I have my other phone connected to this phone because this one's, I'm just too poor to buy another Google Pixel 9 Pro, although it's the best phone on God's green and indeed even blue earth. For fishing, or not fishing, listen to me, for taking, and there's the lake right there. It is the best phone, I think, for taking video. And we're gonna just kind of roll down the hill here. Rollin', 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 keep them wagons rollin', rawhide. Now, I don't know, they might not like me being on the hill here, but it's okay. I do have bad hips. I do have, I've had more surgeries than Chef Pepe Le Pew has had meals and cooked meals in his life. Not sure who Chef Pepe Le Pew is, but anyway, I digress. I think I meant to say Gordon Ramsay. Hopefully my hopefully my car will stay in park. Otherwise, it's gonna go right down the hill to the lake. But this is Lake Missaukee. I grew up here, right down here. This is called the Lagoon. And here's a boat dock over there. And this little pond, or lagoon, if you will, is where I grew up fishing. I have caught more fishes, fishing for fishes here at this fishes place than anywhere on the planet. And I haven't been anywhere except for here. Okay, car don't start rolling, otherwise I'm gonna get killed by my own car. Hey, it can happen. Anton Yelchin was killed. The helmsman for the Enterprise from Star Trek 2009. In real life, dude was in his driveway and his Bronco or something slipped into gear. It didn't work, and he's dead. So, I mean, everything dies eventually, but no one wants to die at 23 years old, a movie star. Oh, I suppose that part wouldn't be too bad. But I want to be a star for Jesus, not for some stupid movies. Although I'm kind of making one right now, aren't I? Okay, here's our weapons of choice. A kit full of good stuff. Ow. All right. So I got a competition here today. I think I'm the only one with fishing poles. But back when I was younger, I'm so old, we used to use spears to fish. Yeah, my buddy came up with this idea once to get a stick and sharpen it. You can do a lot with a sharp stick. And again, I'm using my hotspot. So if my signal deteriorates or I accidentally drop the phone in the lake, I still got another phone, so that's cool. All right, got my mini bucket. Mini bucket, that means minnows. All right, there's one pole. Okay, I don't think that Yahoo over there is going to be fishing. I think they're just, oh, maybe not, maybe. Yeah, we got somebody else down here. That's okay, though. I like competition. I don't know if I'll get a ticket or not parking on the side of the hill, but I recollect I'll find out soon enough. Okay. And so, I gotta, let's see here. I don't think I need that seat. Nah. She ran down here to get that spot, but that's okay. I don't need that dumb spot anyway. I got all sorts of places to fish. All right, here we go. Alrighty, let me get my doohickey here. I guess all hooked up and let's see here. Reminds me of something years ago. My friend and I used to come down here fishing back in the 80s and early 90s. We used to come down here fishing, and we said if we ever grow up, you know, because we're a Toys R Us kid, right? If we ever grow up, we're gonna create our own fishing TV series. Well, I don't think we ever grew up, so I reckon that ain't gonna happen. We're still kids. Yeah. How's everybody doing today? I know I can't see you right now, but I'm almost down the hill. You know, coming down the hill, no problem. Going back up the hill, that's where the struggle is. Alrighty. Get all these hoodickies here set up. Here we go. I'm here. There we go. Right on. So, yeah. Ready? There we go. So I'm going to be using pinhead minnows today on one pole. And on the other pole, I'm going to be using a fluorescent pink jig head. And I'll show you here in a momentarily here. I'll show you what I reckon I'll be using. Who's all in the chat? We got, who's this? Let's see here. We got Gino's in the house and Cedric. Cedric, how you doing, buddy? Oh yeah, I mean it's so cold today. It's 41 today. On top of that, the wind chills are being a booger. It's cold today. Here, I'll lower this down so we can all be on the. Ouch! Oh, that doesn't feel good. Oh man, you guys are so young. You're so lucky. It's just gone by so quick. I'll be dead in 32 years, and it just seems like I got less years ahead than I do behind. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody wants to live to be 90 or 100 unless you have really super duper alley-oop or good help. Or help and health. Actually, I meant to say health. Oh, so good. That first drink of a brand new Coca-Cola. Wow. I could dump the rest of the thing out, right? Because it's just so good. It's that first drink. It's that first. I don't know. I can't explain it using regular terminology. It's just wonderful. So, here's what we're going to use. We got a little bobber there. And I'm going to go about 18 inches deep, 16/8. Probably between 12 and 18 inches. That's usually my adjustable rate. when I'm fishing for fishes. It's always nice to look in your minnow bucket and see that probably a third of the minnows you just purchased are dead already. And then the Yahoo up at the gas station charges me an extra $10 when I say I need 10 in gas, and apparently interpreted that means 20 to them. But that is okay. All right. So, yeah, I've been really wanting to use this this doohickey here. It's got auto tracking. I can't go nowhere without it looking. See, it follows me everywhere. Okay, so what do we got here? Did you put your eye with a sharp? Did I poke my eye with a sharp stick? Is that what you said, dude? Yeah, I'm a mess right now. But you know, I think they're gonna. I got a good feeling we're gonna catch some. I was down here the other night. I got 4 largemouth bass. All of them were under 12 inches. And even if they were keepable, it's not June 1st yet. We got to wait till June 1st to keep the bass here. I don't know if that's nationwide, but I was catching some nice little largemouth. I think the biggest one was probably somewhere between 12 or 14, and the smallest one might have been 6 or 7 inches. There's one thing I can't stand when I go crappie fishing, is red-eyed rock bass. Red-eyed rock bass, I refer to red-eyed rock bass as a sheephead, is what we would call a sheephead when I lived in Cleveland. Really, that was more like my parents, because I was 5 when we moved to Michigan. Thank God I got out of Cleveland, Ohio at 5 years old in 1980 and didn't have to grow up in that town. Now, there's nothing wrong with it. Depends on where you live, I reckon. Let's see here. I'm really surprised that bobber hasn't got hit yet. Oh, there it goes. Let me see. I don't know if you guys can see the bobber, but I just had a hit. Can you guys see the bobber? It's got orange on the top of it. It's fluorescent yellow. Is it yellow or yeller? I don't even know how you guys say it in the South. I think it's yeller. Let me see if I can zoom in on it. All right, so. Oh, that's weird. It's not under. Oh, there it is. There it is. I found it. All right, there we go. Oh, now it's out of sight again. Ah, there it is. There it is. Maybe I can get a better zoom on it too. Yeah, I think I got a little bit closer on it. Just dab it up a little bit there. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. Now, it's going to look like the bobber's moving. If I move my head, I should turn the tracking off. Turn the tracking off. Let's see here. We got Vendetta in the house. Kevin, is that a Kevin? And then, there, turn the tracker off, and then you can. There, perfect. And so, Vendetta, how you doing, buddy? And then we got a couple other folks in here. Kevin's in here. Hi, Kevin. And that's somebody else. And then Dave. Hi, Dave. And is that Randy? No, that's Jaded. Not Jaded. So, Cedric. Hey, Cedric. How's it going, buddy? I think I said hi earlier. But yeah, so let's see if I can do any good today. You guys let me know if that bobber moves okay, because I got to get this other line set up with my... I'm going to use one of these guys. Yep, I like my fishing gear to be secure, but there you go, that's better. All right, So here's a couple things I want to share with you. Fishing gear I like to use here on Lake Missaukee. So yeah, remember, I'm 125 miles south. Never eat shredded wheat. Wait, never eat. Yeah, I'm 125 miles southwest of the Mackinac Bridge. In fact, I'm only 20 miles away from a straight shot north. I just have to drive to the west. Yeah, that's right. Never eat shredded wheats. Yeah. And then I get on I-1. Oh, I got a hit. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Damn it. Gotta bring some slack in. All right. If he keeps it up, I'm going to put the wood to him. Yeah, he stopped. He let go. It's kind of nice watching my bobber through this phone, though, because I get a way closer close-up. I'm just going to jig it a little bit. I'm fishing. So yeah, I'm about 120 miles, 125 miles southwest of the Mackinac Bridge. And the beautiful thing is, I'm only 2 city blocks away from the the 7th largest inland lake in all of the state of Michigan, out of some 12,000 lakes or something. And I'm right here. I don't ice fish anymore, though. I fired ice fishing a long time ago. See, I think the last time I ice fished was in 1998. It was the year before my dad went into a nursing home. That's the last time I went fishing on the ice, and I live right next to the 7th largest inland lake in all of Michigan. It's huge. I think it's 3-mile radius, if I'm doing my Lake City education math correctly. It's about 3 miles around. That's beautiful. I mean, you can't, like I showed you guys earlier when I was coming downhill, that's nothing. That's like a speck of it. Probably went a little sideways. Now, the other day, I would have had at least 1 or 2 small bass on there already, but that's okay. If I'm not catching crappie, I'd rather not catch nothing at all, because you only got a small window to get the crappies on the spawn. Now, it used to be you'd have a whole month, at least in the lagoon here, a whole month, May 1st to like just after June, like June 1st, June 2nd. And after that, them jokers, man, they hightail it. They do warp 9.975 back to the deep water. They're laying eggs, they're getting their business done, and they're out of here. And you don't find them until winter. And if you do find them, well, you're very fortunate, because they're hard to find. They go into the deep water. Let's see here. I don't know. It seems like you can catch them through the ice a whole lot easier than you can in the middle of summertime. You really got to know where their holes are out there. And this lake only gets, I think the deepest point is 40 feet. Off to what they used to call, now this is just a name, they used to call it the Cocaine Castle. Bonnie Chevrolet used to own it back in the 80s, and he went to prison for a little too much booger sugar. And then they put that place up for sale. It was $1 million home. I found out there are 7 millionaires that live in Lake City. That's crazy. Why would you want to live here besides the lake? I mean, then again, I've been here since 1980, with a small hiatus of going to Bible college in 2004 to 2006, and then I came right back here. Excuse you. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. All right, here's what we're gonna do. This is a weapon. Hold still, camera doohickey. That's a weapon. They love these. You know, any panfish really, but the crappie, they just it drives them nuts, especially if you're in a boat and you're either trolling or drifting. All you got to do is put that joker, you don't even got to jig it much. You just throw it out there and you just drift and just let it go with the boat. You don't even got to do anything. The crappie go nuts. It's like the best bait, I think, artificial for crappies. Now that's not orange, that's a fluorescent pink. Sometimes these cameras can be stupid and not give you the correct view. I also like to use the Yamamoto. I want to call it a Yamamoto, but it's actually a Yamamoto worm for bass. This here is just, you can go weedless with it and it just does wonders. They also come in a really pretty fluorescent pink head on it, and it's got sparkles in the dark green. It's just, hold on a minute. There we go. And so it's really, really nice, a nice lure here. And if I can't get any crappies on the pink and white jig, I will switch over to, I'll probably stick with the darker one. I seem to do better with this one versus the one with the fluorescent on there. Yeah, this is weird because I've only gotten a couple hits, so probably a little bluegill attacking the minnow. But now if I was using worms, oh, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. It's gone. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna put the wood to him. Got him. I think this is a crappie. I don't think this is ass. Oh, be a crappie, be a crappie, be a crappie, be a good crappie for daddy. Be a good crappie. It is, it's a crappie. It's a crappie. It's a crappie. Oh, it's a nice one too. It's a nice one. It's a nice one. Oh, look at that beauty. Oh, they're so pretty. Oh, they're so pretty. So pretty. Oh my God. That's 8 or 9 inches right there, guys. That's a beauty. This is why we do it. Pinhead minnow, folks. This is what I live for. This is the biggest one. Last year, I didn't go fishing. I was with you guys every day last year. And I missed this because I loved my channel. I loved the Lord. But this is what I live for. Look at that guy. Right on, right on, right on. All right, maybe the crapathon is starting. Look at that, it's a beauty. I had a feeling it wasn't a bass because it ran with it. How's it going? I finally got my first one. Nice. Yeah, I got 2 the other day, but they were small. Ugh. Yeah. Right on, right on, right on. Plus, I got pinhead minnows. The guy the other day said, we're out of pinhead minnows. And I thought, oh no, you only got fat heads. And he's like, yep. And then I went yesterday, and that guy's like, we got pinheads. I said, I thought you said you weren't going to have pinheads. He said, I was wrong. I said, I know, and thank you, Jesus, for being wrong. All right, right on. I'm going to, okay, here we go. Okay. I'm excited. I almost forgot to flip my bail over. Oh, you guys are in for a tweet. You're in for a tweet, Vendetta, if we can keep getting these things to hit, and they should be one after another. Now that I know there's some decent sized ones in here now. Let me see. There's that popper. Yep. Oh, excuse you. Was that you, Vendetta? You're gassy, dude. Say, excuse me. Okay, there it is. There it is. Man, that was so cool. That joker, he sank it just a wee bit. And then he just went really slow. Lower. And then he starts running with it. So you only see the tip of your bobber. That little orange tip going across the water. And then he just goes, whoop, takes it the rest of the way. And I put the wood to him. All right, I gotta get my other pole going here. I might use artificial still on that one. I was thinking about doing 2 pinheads, but I do enjoy the other ways of trying to catch them too, you know. Variety is, they say, the spice of life. There we go. That's so cool, and that's a good sized one too. That's nice. We could do this all day, folks, and we will be. We will be. It will be. There it is. All right, let's get a good zoom in on it. There. That was so cool. Dude, I love this. This is where I am the happiest. As far as just getting out of the house, hanging out and being cool, I love crappie fishing. It's just the whole month of May for me, especially if we have a really warm spring and the water temperature is up there where it's supposed to be between 52 and between 58 and 62 degrees. That's where they really turn on. Again, something clicks. I don't know what kind of chemical it is. Some kind of endorphin, I'm guessing. It clicks in their brain and they go into what they call a feeding frenzy. And I mean, say 2 weeks from now, like the last week of May, I will be one after another. It'll be nonstop. It'll be my son and I. It's been some years now, but we hit 52 crappies and 1 large sunfish in 3 hours. Now, it wasn't even 3 hours, a full 3 hours. It was just one after another. You put your minnow on, your bobber hits the water, count to 3, and usually it's gone. It's gone. They go to Chowtown. Oop. I saw that little bit of a lean in the bobber. I'm gonna jig it a second and see if I can get some Action Jackson going here. Yep. It almost looks like the minnow hit a weed underneath the water. It kind of tilts it. And now we got a little shift in the wind. Looks like the wind's changing direction a little bit. That's over there. Well, let's see. I think last time I casted it off that dock and I let it drift. Let's see if I can get back out there. Sorry, phone. Just bumped you in the head. That bobber's gone. Oh, come on, Mike. Got him. Oh, he got off. Doggone it. In the words of my great late father, shoot. Every time he missed a fish, my dad would say, shoot. He would never cuss, but he would always say, shoot. Oh, man. Well, Dad, you raised me well. I love you. And again, I'm just talking thin air now, because to be absent from the body is to be present from, or to be absent from the body is to be present with God. There he is again. There he is. Oh, there he goes. He's got it. Got him. Now, this might be a bass, though. Come on. Oh, maybe not. Come on, be a crappie. Oh, it's a stupid bass. You know, I wouldn't normally say that if they weren't 7 inches. And it was June 1st. But that means 1 less bass in the way, which means room for 1 more crappie to hit. Man, he hit like a crappie, too. Little deceivers. I'll start calling him Jacob. All right. There we go. Alrighty. Then okay. You know, the thing is about these crappies too, your minnows could all die. I'm not talking like in the beginning of the crappie, and there's no really no crappie season, but like when they start spawning and you come down here fishing, like when they do go into the feeding frenzy is what they call it, you could have dead minnows and you'll catch them one after another. It doesn't matter if you have live bait at that point in the crappie season, because they're just, their brain is, that's all they think about is food. You got two kinds of crappies. You got a black crappie and you got white crappie. If I remember correctly, the white crappie usually hit first, and then when the water warms up just a couple more degrees, the black crappies turn on as well. So it's quite, I never knew that until this year. I was studying it out, because you know, what did was it Sun Tzu said? You know, you got to know your enemy, like you as you know yourself. And you know, the fish, they're not your friend, they're your food. And so it's kind of a type of an enemy, because you don't kill people unless they're your enemy and you're at war. Humans at war. Okay. And sometimes when you don't have a wind going, you gotta jig that joker, that bobber. But when it's choppy out, and sometimes it seems like we do better when it's choppy. A little extra movement on that minnow. Let's see here. There it is. Down. Let's go. There we go. Let's see if you guys can give you guys an opportunity to watch that joker disappear. Alright, I gotta get this other one going. Give it a little bit of a jig on this. There we go. Alright, now where there's an action, isn't there supposed to be an opposite and equal reaction? Right? So my action was jigging. Now there should be a reaction. That means the fishes are hitting. Yeah, no run with it too, so if that... I think that's one of the fun things about catching these things too, is that they don't just slam it. They will mess with it. They will run with it. Sometimes you'll watch them going, oh, that bobber's gone. It's gone. I'm going to put the wood to him. Ah, I missed him. Shoot. That bobber disappeared, and then my minnow disappeared. Them little rodents. They're worse than those kamikaze squirrels in your trees every year in the springtime. Hey, you chill out in there. You calm yourself. Calm yourself. You got no right to be angry, fish. I'm going to set you free here in a few hours on the chopping block. You guys see that bobber go under? I gave him, I don't know, 10, 12 seconds. It must have been. And here's the thing about crappies too. They have what they call a paper thin mouth. They got a paper mouth. Where I got a big mouth, they got a paper mouth. And if you put the wood to them too hard before that minnow's down their throat pretty good, you're gonna pull that hook right through their paper thin mouth. Here, let me show you. I don't know if I should do that though, because next thing you know, a bobber is gonna, you see the bottom of the lake so fast, and I'm gonna be caught off guard. But if they swallow the hook, I came prepared. I brought pliers. Okay, all right, so let me dry myself here. All right. The bobber's gone. Got him this time. Got him. Got him. Got him. I put the wood to him. Stupid bass. Come on. Tell your people to leave my hook alone and I'll let you live. Tell your people to leave me alone. Man, that crappie might actually be more like 10 inches. That's a big one. Get out of here. Okay, so, all right. So here's the crappie I caught. Let me give you a little anatomy lesson here. I don't know who anatomy is, but this is a little bit about his anatomy. So, this is species FISHES crappie. And they have a, sorry dude, I got you dirty. Don't worry, you're gonna take a bath here in a minute. So I just caught this one a little bit ago, and this is crappie season. We can limit out on 25 of these each time we come down here. And seeing how I only live 2 city blocks from the lake, I can just go home and literally in less than 10 minutes be back here to butcher 25 more. That's why I'm known as the Butcher of Missaukee. That's my alias. So they have a paper thin mouth. Look at this. Their mouth is extremely thin. There's not much to it. And so if you put the wood to them a little too hard, you're gonna pull that hook right through their paper thin mouth. And this guy's about 10 inches right here. He's beautiful. I've waited a long time for this moment. At last, the crappie will be no more. Palpatine, gotta channel your inner Palpatine. Look at this. I am not happy with the bait shop right now, but that is okay. It doesn't matter. Look like that guy. He's. I've seen better days. Hey, who we got here? Angela. I did. Did you see it? Did you see it? I got 2 largemouth bass as well, but they're too small. Otherwise, I'd have kept them. Also, it's not bass season for another 2 weeks, which is good because that means crappie are still hitting really well. Yeah, I got that. I put the wood to him, Angela, and he came on in, and I'm going to kill him later. I can actually say that and not get in trouble. It's time to die. Okay, so here we go. Where's my bobber? Last time I just did this a minute ago, and I looked at the camera to get the zoom, and I looked back out to the lake to make sure I had the right spot, and my bobber disappeared. Let's see here. Now, if I can go home, I mean, if they keep hitting like this, I'll stay till dark. I don't care. In fact, the light will come on. I'll stay after dark if it gets really good. This is the advantage of living 2 city blocks from the 7th largest inland lake in the state of Michigan. Out here, I'll just... Oh, okay. Wow. I don't know how long my sound was out. It must have been a while because I didn't know I did it. I'm unmuted now, though. I got to get my other fishing pole going here. I don't feel right with only one fishing pole. I feel like I'm missing a lover. You know what I mean? Because fishing is just... It's like, you know... Ooh, a big one just surfaced way out there, too. Oh, the crapathon. It's not quite crapathon yet because the water's got to get about 5 degrees warmer. And if we keep having these stupid freezing cold nights, it's never going to warm up. global warming. It's all its fault. If it wasn't for global warming, I would have my nights warmer. I don't need no woman to keep my nights warm. I need crappies. I'll be down here all night fishing. Yeah, they got those paper thin mouths. If you jerk too hard, man, if you set that hook like a madman, it's gonna rip right through their mouth. They are fun to catch though, and they're so easy to clean. Stupid me, I got rid of my cheap little deep fryer. I should have saved it, but I hadn't fished in almost 2 years. I went fishing not last summer, but the summer before that when we had that eclipse. I think that was 2 years ago. I fished on the day of the eclipse, and that's the only time I fished in 2024. I didn't fish at all last year because all I did was my channel. I must love you guys, because for me not to go crappie fishing not once, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's not me. Ow. Ow. All right, we're gonna try one of these little hoodickies right here. Remember I showed you guys this earlier? Now I'm gonna show it to you in action. This is a grub. This is a jig head on a grub. Any questions? Channeling my inner Nancy Reagan. This is your brain. This is your brain advice. Any questions? Hey, no, I'm not mocking the lady. It's just they played that commercial so much when I was growing up, I actually memorized it. How many wish we would have had Netflix back in the 80s? No commercials. Man, that crappie I got's big too. If this water was 5 degrees warmer. But choosers can't be beggars. Did I say that right? I gotta get my, I don't know what I did with them, probably sitting on them. It's kind of weird. That woman that was down here, she works at Dollar General. It's kind of weird I seen her down here. Like, not that she can't be down here. It's just that I've never seen her down here. It's like, I don't know, almost felt weird. It always feels like somebody's watching me. I get no privacy. Oh, hi, Jeff. You want to see the fish I just caught? I got my first, well, no, it's more like my 4th crappie this year. I caught one the one day I went, and then a week later I went and caught 2 that day. But the one I just caught is very nice, and I'll show it to you here in a second. Right now I'm putting on one of these doohickeys. And I'm going to have my minnow, which I got out there right now, plus I'll be throwing this jig. Nope, that's not the trump of the Lord, so it's not the rapture. That's a Canadian goose. Oh, dudes, last week there was, what is that one bird called? They're really, not a swan. Oh, man, I talk about them all the time, and right now the name eludes me. Loon. I think it was a loon. There was a loon out here, and it wasn't Shriver. It was an actual bird loon, and they are so beautiful. There's a nest of them about 5 miles that way, down near the lake where I was molested as a kid. It's not Loon Lake, it's Goose Lake, and then there's Long Lake. It was at Long Lake. What happened to me happened at the lake a mile away from that lake. But the Lord brought me through it, and I can tell my story. I can help people who've been assaulted as children or adults. And so, devil, stick it. Because you tried to ruin my life, I'm going to ruin your future. I'm going to help people. Yeah, bobber hasn't moved. It's just sitting there still, just slowly drifting. But they should turn on. If I got that big one right there a while ago, that means there's more in here because they travel in schools. And they're getting better than liberal education, even under the water. Do, 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Okay. Got me Caesar. And I'm going to show you that fish, Jeff. Man, I got a big one. All right, let me get this set up so I can just give it a cast here in a second. And I will bring him out of the holding bay. All right, that should do it. Back then, we were sometimes you throw it out there, you just let it sit, and you don't even got to jig it. They'll just hit it. It's really weird because artificial bait, you don't usually just let it sit. But when they're on a feeding frenzy, they don't care. They don't care. They'll hit that artificial bait just sitting there without any movement. It's that color. You see, they take my minnow. Boom. And, okay, let's get this one over here. All right, Jeff, check this joker out. There we go. Look at that. Look at that beautiful. That's a black crappie. That is a black crappie right there. He's about 10 inches. Oh, yeah, I eat him. You better believe I eat him. But dummy me, I stole my stupid, or not stole, I sold my deep, or not sold, I got rid of my deep fryer. And that there's about 10 inches, Jeff. It's a beast. That's a real nice size crappie right there. How's it going?
Good. How about you?
I'm doing okay.
Are you doing like a live stream over there?
Yeah. Yep.
What's your channel called?
Mike SHRIVER Ministries. It's a Christian ministry channel. You should come check it out.
I will. I got a fishing channel too.
Do you?
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah. Well, yeah, mine's more of a preaching, teaching channel, but I do this also with it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Yes, sir. But yeah, so that one's a beauty right there. That's what I live and die for, man. All the cool people are catching these, and you should too, right here at Mike SHRIVER Ministries. Yeah, I caught 3 other crappie this year, but the temperature needs to be a little bit warmer. It needs to be between about 48 to 52 degrees, and then they really turn on. Yeah, lunch, yeah. I think I just got a hit on my bobber, my other bobber, my minnow. It was a small one. It's either that or the minnow was swimming. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do this. I'm going to leave. Yeah, that's my bobber. Come on. Come on. All the cool fish are hitting my minnow. You should too. Peer pressure. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Here, fishy, fishy, fishy. I'm going to pull the grub off of the jig head and put a minnow on the jig head instead of the bait, the rubber worm. Oh man, thanks, jerk. Hey, stop. Hey, stop. I know, I'm your man, so you gotta splash me in the water to get back at me. Yeah, sounds like every woman I've ever dated. Just kidding. I probably put...
Good. How about you?
Oh, I don't know if somebody's going to be complaining about my car being parked on the, on the hill. Oh. How's it going?
Good, you?
I'm not bad, but it's early yet. Just got one crappie.
Did ya?
Yeah, he's about, I don't know, he's probably 10 inches. Oh, careful, careful.
Sorry.
You're all right.
Oh, yeah,
Nice little
one.
black
Heck
crappie.
yeah.
Yeah. Water needs a little bit warmer, but it's getting there. We need some warmer
we do.
nights. The nights is what's doing it.
Right.
Yepers.
Yep. You gonna be able to get that back out of here?
Huh? What's that?
You-
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I got it out of here yesterday when I was down here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, she'll go.
Okay. All right.
Yepers.
So I just got done, so I just want to make sure you was all right down here. So.
Oh, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, nope, yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I've had 3 hip replacements, so
Oh, no.
it makes a whole lot easier.
Understand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't drive on the straw anymore. You
No.
have to, though.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I just,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Thank
Hey,
you.
no problem at all, man. Have a good rest of your day. God bless you.
You too. Thank you.
Yep. Go right on. It's always good to meet new people. Someone wrote a book back in the 80s called How to Win Minds and Influence People. Sometimes I use that as a saying. I haven't said that preaching for a while, but I used to say it quite often. How to win minds and influence people. I think it's starting to warm up a little bit now that wind's died down. You got one? Oh, get out. What is it?
Yo, what? My other clothes tangled though. So
Oh, no.
I
Is it a bass?
hopefully a bullhead. That's what I'm after.
Oh, you're after bullhead?
Yeah.
Oh, then you want to be here just before dark.
Not necessarily, no.
Well, I mean, yeah, but
So,
like,
the nighttime.
the best.
Is at nighttime the bullhead are feeding, so they're moving around.
Right. But they come in through the channel at night. I grew up fishing them here back in the 80s.
At about this time, I caught a 15.5 incher.
Yeah, they're big, man. They come in here at night, especially like really thick. And if you put a full night crawler on and either fish the bottom or just off the bottom, let that worm dangle, you'll do well. In fact, sometimes when I'm crappie fishing just before dark, I get annoyed with the bullhead, so I quit early. Yeah, they're fun to catch, but getting them off your hook is another issue entirely.
Yeah, especially when you get the little babies that are like 5 inches.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're, I don't know. I look at them like I do red-eyed rock bass. They're like a sheephead to me. They're good for one thing, fertilizing the garden. I will eat catfish if I go out to a restaurant, but I usually get the perch or the walleye. I had a walleye on the other day here. I got it pulled right up to, almost got it up, and it snapped my line.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I'm only using 6-pound test. So,
How big was he?
he must have been 18 or 19. And that's only the second one I'd ever caught here. And I mean, I don't think I can count it as being a catch since it fell off, but man, I got my ear.
Yeah. I mean, I like the nighttime bullhead because there's a lot of them. But if you fish daytime, from what I figured out, especially on this lake, is you don't catch as many. But if you catch one, it's usually huge. It's usually like master.
Yeah.
Because like with the bullhead during the daytime, they kind of just sit in one spot.
They do.
You can put something on 'em.
They're more active at night. They hunt more in the evening, but man, I used to catch a lot of them on the channel. You know, where the boats come in and out.
That's a nocturnal feeding zone, definitely.
Yeah.
Over here, this weed bed, from what I figured out in daytime, this is where they all sit.
Oh, really?
Weed bed right here.
Yeah. Yep. Then they get hungry at night and they're on the prowl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it here. I grew up here. I've been fishing this little spot here since 1980.
Oh man.
Yeah, there used to be wood docks here, and they weren't that long at all. You couldn't go very far out. And then in the early 90s, they replaced them. I almost drowned right over there. The kid kept playing Butterfingers. I'd go up to grab his hand to get help, and he'd say, Butterfingers! And here I go back down again. That bobber's gone. Oh, missed it. Good night, Gracie. Man, that hit like a catfish, buddy.
Yeah, I had on here. I'm pretty sure it was a cat.
Probably not. I didn't give him enough time. I just, I reacted. Oh, I know what that guy was doing. He was saying about the, his grass, because they just planted grass, and he wanted to make sure I don't drive on that part. Okay, I get it. Yeah, I'm glad my parents moved here in 1980. I didn't have to grow up in a big violent town. People were killing each other all the time. I grew up, and this town hasn't even got much bigger since 1980. In the wintertime, our population in town is 989 according to the census. I think 2022 census. But this whole area, like a 5-mile radius, in the summertime, it goes up to 12,000 people. And that's why Labor Day, even more important to me than Christmas, is my favorite holiday. Because on Labor Day, all the tourists go home. They leave my town, and things get quiet again. I don't know how I made it 2 years in St. Paul. That was crazy. I was younger too, though. All right, come on, crappies. I show up and you stop hitting. We go dormant because I'm here. And what's really nice too right now is there's no boats here. We got all these docks, but tourists haven't showed up. It's gonna be probably by the end of next week. They'll start filling in the whole lagoon. We'll still be down here catching them. And these things travel in schools. These crappies, they don't stay in one spot very long. And not so much anymore, but in the 80s, back when, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, you could see the schools of these things. You would see a big area, like a circle in the water, and you would see like 10 or 12 different dorsal fins. They would be just under the surface. They look like jaws, but a whole school of them. And they just move all around feeding. This is the life. If I died right now, I'd die happy. I don't know how people don't like to fish. I'll never understand that. It's the most relaxing thing in the world. Let's get this back out there. Yep. And let's see if I can lock in. Oh, wait a minute. Every once in a while, you'll catch a big bluegill on these pinhead minnows, but it's not very often. If you catch a bluegill on a minnow, usually you got a pretty big bluegill. Because them smaller bluegills, they'll nip at a minnow, but sometimes them bluegills are too small to bite it, but they try. They sure do try sometimes. Bobber's not under, so it should be right in the range. There it is. All right, let's... Nope, it's all the way bright. There. Ooh. There, now I got it. Hey, Kosei Mix, how you doing? We're fishing today. I've already caught one good-sized crappie, really good-sized crappie. Again, this water is still a little bit chilly for them to go into their frenzy. Now, if I was in the cove next to us, I think I'd be doing really good, but that's been private property since like 1992 or 93 when I grabbed. Right around then is when that went private property, all of it. Otherwise, I could fish that cove right now. I'd have been catching crappies in there a month ago because it's only like 3 or 4 feet deep. And, but they don't, they're such a water temperature sensitive creature. The shallower the water, the better when they're spawning because, you know, shallow water is way warmer than this deeper stuff over here. This is about, I don't know, this is about 6 to 8 feet right in this area, but man, I'm gonna have to recast this one or jig it a little bit, get some action on it. Well, even if I only catch one, that one's coming home with me and getting cleaned. I need practice filleting. I haven't filleted a fish in 2 years. But hopefully by, you know, mid-June, because sometimes they'll still hit into June, but not that well. You know, once they get their business done, they usually vacate the premises, you know what I'm saying? They're like, I'm out of here. Yeah. Oh, I threw my minnow. Whoops. My bobber hit the water, and there goes my minnow another 80 feet. I knew I threw my minnow. Bummer. That happens. A little too much into that throw. And I better make sure this one's secure just in case. Man, Lord, just give me, Lord, in Jesus' name, give me 3 more good-sized crappies, and I'll be happy. 4 will work, and I'm thankful for the one He gave me, Lord, but multiply those fishes and those loaves. Ow, that's a hook. Here, once I get my bobber back in the water, I will show you guys the one keeper I have in my bucket. Hey, if worst comes to worst, guys, I can just, if I got too hungry, I could just eat the minnows when I get home, too. All you gotta do is throw those minnows in the pan. Cook it with that big old fillet. And minnows are protein. I watch survival shows. Jeff, how you doing, buddy? Hey, Shell's in the house. God was in charge of the real estate. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Here's a question I got for you guys. Okay, so. Okay. We have the lakes here in Michigan. And, you know, pretty much anywhere, because we used to have glaciers here, right? The glaciers came out of the north, they say. In fact, Lake Missaukee. Lake Missaukee was made by a glacier. Okay, that being said, if that's true, which it is, well, they say it is. I wasn't here then. You know, that was 12,000 years ago. I wasn't here 12,000 years ago. And in Christianity, some people would say neither was the earth. I don't know about that, though. I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air. 6 literal days to creation? Or was it 6 1,000-year days? Because a day to the Lord is as of 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is of a day. But that's not my point with this. My point is, if these were glacier made, okay, these lakes, where did the fish come from? They didn't come with the glacier. That was a mile thick ice sheet. And you could say, well, maybe a tornado happened at some point after the lake was made, and there were already fishes in another lake, and the tornado tossed a bunch of fish into Lake Missaukee from a lake somewhere else. I suppose theoretically that's possible. I mean, they say pigs fly, so why not? You know, we might move down a ways. I might go out to the dock. See that there's a dock over here. Let me flip it around. Right there. That dock right there. I gotta make sure my bobbers are still not drowning. Okay. That dock right there. That's a big old long dock. And that's typically where I'd fish. That's usually I'd go first, but I don't know. I just felt led to go right here first. And we might move over there. But anyway, I always wondered, like, you know, you got a glacier, right? Well, before that glacier moved through this spot, there was no lake here. So where did the fish come? Were they trapped in an air pocket with water in the glacier? Maybe, I guess. I don't know. That's a theory. But who knows? Who's to say? But they had to come from somewhere. Fish just didn't grow unless God said, fish in that body of water. Careful, buddy.
Yeah, I'll stop over.
Yeah. So who knows? Where do you think the fish came from that are in? So the glacier comes through, right? Makes the lake.
Yeah.
Right? That's what they say.
Uh-huh.
But the fish couldn't have lived in the glacier. It was froze. It was all ice. So I always wondered that. That's a good question to ask your teacher. If the glaciers made the lake, which I believe it did, where would the fish have come from? I mean, I can understand stocking the lake. Maybe some Indian tribes did. Well, I like to say indigenous people tribes because they're not from India. But anyway, makes you wonder.
Yeah, I don't know.
When you get old, you think about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. It's good to be young, believe me.
Yeah, I guess I don't know how.
It's kind of interesting, though, to think about. I mean, you know, where would the fish have come from?
It's probably from other lakes, like so how fish usually get in lakes is
Like underground rivers? Could be.
Yeah, that, and then when a duck goes to eat eggs and stuff, they get it stuck in their feet, and then when they dive in here.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that. See, that's why we need young people. Us older people wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's good. That kid's smart.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah,
I heard it from.
that seems to make sense.
Yeah, they said that's how fish usually get in lakes.
Yeah, I never would have thought of it like that. He's smart. Let's see here. One was being held for review. That's unusual. Oh, that's true. We're using the this format of being live. He's saying that a fish might have eaten, or a bird might have had a fish in its mouth or something like that, and the eggs from the fish that the bird got, it flew over to the lake, and that's an interesting. Oh, he took my idea. He's got my dock, but that's okay. Man, it's May 14th, and it feels like it's April 14th. And so for you guys that didn't know, my grandbaby was born the other day. And they're going to be coming through here tomorrow, hopefully. All that stays the same, and they're going to stop by with my grandbaby. I was like, I can go there, and they're like, nah, it's okay. We're going to come through here anyway. Okay, so here's the one I caught already. And here's why I'm down here. these guys right here. These are crappies. In the South, you Southerners call them specks because they got specks on them, right? Now, this is a black crappie, and they're just beautiful. They're just beautiful. I love them, and they're so good eating, and they fillet like they're nothing. And so here is, I said it earlier, but I think I might have been on mute. Their mouths, if you look at their mouth, it's paper thin. Look how thin it is. It's translucent. You can see right through it. And if you jerk on it too hard, you pull that hook right out of their mouth. It's paper thin. So you want to make sure you got them hooked a little bit deeper than the lip. And usually you do because they run with it. In fact, their mouths are so thin, they basically hook themselves. You don't have to put much oomph into it. It hooks themselves. They do all the work for you. That one there's about 10 inches, 10 or 11. I should have brought my chair down here. I guess I could go get it. But I'm short. I fit right on the ground, no problem. And who else we got here? David, how you doing, David? Good to see you. Coconuts are real. Here, I don't think you were here a second ago. I'll show you what I just caught. Oh, there goes that bobber. I got a runner. My bobber's got the runs. Yep, there he goes. Come on. You know you want it. Come on. Keep running. I don't want to pull the hook yet. I don't want to set the hook yet because it's running. He hasn't committed to it yet. Come on. All the cool fish are hitting it. You know you want to. Come on. Be cool. Hit the minnow. All the cool fish are hitting it. You should too. Come on. Well, maybe he might have got my minnow. Oh, minnow's still there. Still got that mini. A good cast, man. I got that 30 yards out there, maybe 40 yards. That was really good. Yeah, it in a week from now, it'll be so crazy down here the way they're hitting. It'll be one after another. And then probably after the first week in June, it'll be hard to catch them in here because they'll be out in the deep. I thought about putting on a spreader, a dual spreader, 2 minnows at once, about 6 inches apart. I can't imagine having 2 crappies on at once, 2 big ones. That'd be a riot. Not even the bass are hitting now. But what time is it? Let's see, it's 7. Oh, it's 7 o'clock. That means they should start hitting about an hour or two before dark. They start hitting pretty good. Then again, the water is cold still. It's very cold. Oh, that bobber's gone. Got him. Yeah, I think this is a crappie. I don't think that's a bass. It's a crappie. It's a crappie. Oh, beautiful. Just gorgeous. It's smaller, but it's not escaping the frying pan. I wasn't paying attention, and I looked over, and I was like, I don't see that, bro. So this one is a nice one. That's a white crappie. That's not as, well, maybe that's a black one. He's just kind of small. It's about 7 inches. Not bad, not bad. I mean, it's about 6 or 7 inches, and the other one's about 10 or 11, but that's okay. Hey, you know, I'm fun size. So was that fish. Nothing wrong with fun size. There's a free minnow for the fishes. Right on. All right, sis, that's 2. I got 2. There we go. My friends wondered why well, some of them anyway, wondered why I still live in Michigan. You know why? Because I got a house right up the hill. I'm on a lake. I was blessed when Mom passed away. I inherited the home. It's been in the family for 40 years. 50 years. No, 40. 45. Because I'm 51 and so is the house. But we have it's a 70, I think it's a 72-foot long trailer. But I have a 16 by 32 family room addition built onto it. So it's definitely a blessing. You know, even the Bible says that we're to leave an inheritance for our children. That's Bible. I didn't write that. That's Bible. All right, so I prayed for 3, or no, 4 in total. I forgot 2, so. This is fun, isn't it, guys? Here, fishy. Here, fishy. We used to come down here in the rain. And it'd be lightning, thunder, and we'd do really well in the rain. They really hit well. Let's see here. See, that one I just caught. That one basically hooked itself. I had no clue it was there. Didn't have to put much to it. Oh, what do you got, dude?
A bass.
You got a bass? That's a big one, too. Or fairly big.
He just got off.
Did he? Bummer.
Got another one right here, though.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Oh, you're using night crawlers, aren't you? Yeah, crappie don't usually hit worms. Not very often.
No. Don't they usually hit like minnows and stuff?
Minnows. Yeah, pinhead minnows and Mr. Twisters, little grubs. The spinny tail on it.
I got this decent one, though. He's like 12 inches.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, they're fun to catch. I love eating them, too, and bass are good. Perch, though, I think perch and walleye are some of the best eating fish out there. Best to eat. All right, where's that bobber at? I'll try to find. Oh, wait, is that it? No, that's not it. Let's bring it back. Well, yeah, it was fun. Growing up down here, fishing all the time was so grateful that my parents moved here. There's that bobber. There. Oh, wait. Yeah, it should drift on your screen here in a second. There we go. Just let it drift right across the screen and then catch up with it in a minute. And that's something how Jesus fed 5,000 people with 3 fishes and 2 loaves. It just kept multiplying one after another after another. I mean, we read about the stories and we teach it, we preach it. Can you imagine being there when it happened? Let's see, hey Google. The house in the morning. I forgot. I guess I ain't gonna be here. He still hasn't got the water fixed yet. But it's only been one guy doing it, so I can understand why. Well, depending on how fast he gets it done, I'll be down here. Unless I'm not feeling good, I'll be down here tomorrow at some. If it's gonna be 64 at 8 a.m., that means well, that means I'll be down here in the evening, if not before. You went dark. You shouldn't be, right? You still there? Country Carpenter. Oh, hey, Country Carpenter. How you doing, man? I'm down here catching crappies at Lake Missaukee here in Michigan. If you guys wanted to look it up, Missaukee is spelled, the lake Missaukee. It's an Indian name. I'm sorry, indigenous people's name. It's spelled Missaukee. It's in Lake City, Michigan. If you can't remember how to spell it, it's in Lake City, Michigan. Lake Missaukee. Missaukee. And I just live up the hill from it. I think it's 3 miles in diameter, or in radius, whatever you call that. And I've got 2 crappies so far. I got one that's about 10 or 11, and the other one's probably 6 or 7. He's a smaller guy, or gal. What if I come up with this short, like, gal is girl, for like short for girl, right? I mean, I wonder why did they start calling them gals? I should check out what's the word I'm looking for? The etymology of that idiom, or the history of that word. All right, let's get this recast. Who knows? I might still come down here in the morning right away because I don't have really anything valuable to steal anyway. So, yeah, I think he'd be all right in there. It's so funny. My cat, the one cat is my one cat is a people person. And that's my daughter's cat, really. But my cat, Nymeria, she not a people person. She's very loving. She sleeps on my chest usually every night, all night, or a good portion of the night. She'll go to the bathroom or go eat, and she'll come right back in. Next thing you know, I'm being woke up by this big, giant, furry thing on my chest. She plops down and she goes back to sleep. But when there's people over, that she doesn't know. She will hide. And it takes her about 4 hours to come back out of hiding after the person's gone. I'm not kidding. I'm like, I'll talk to her sister, right? And I'll say, Lucy, where is your sister at? She looks at me and she goes, oh. And today, Nymeria finally came out of hiding. And she walks into the room. And I go to give her some treats. Oh, your bobber's gone. You got him?
Yep.
Right on, right on. Another bass, isn't it?
I don't know.
That kid jumped up so fast, he looked like Superman.
Oh, it's a big old pumpkin seed.
Oh my gosh, is that a blue, wow, how big?
Holy cow.
Oh, dude, is he huge?
Oh, yo, he's huge.
Did you lose him?
No, I got him.
Oh, wow, hold him up. Holy cow, dude.
Dude, that might be Master Angler.
Oh, it might be.
I don't know what the size is.
Well, here, let me, hold him up for a second. I'll zoom in on him. This kid's got a massive pumpkin seed. What a pumpkin seed is, in case you don't know, it's a sunfish. But it's really dark oranges, and it's got a lot of black on it. Okay, hold on. Whoops. Ah, there it goes. Alrighty. Holy cow, dude. That's massive. Wow. You gonna keep it?
I didn't bring the stuff to keep him.
Oh, that's alright. Catch and release is alright. It's all about the... Sorry about that. I dropped you. Sorry about that. I dropped you. Oops. I hope you didn't get hurt. Alright. So let me check out my lines, make sure I'm... Ouch. Oh, my leg.
How big do you think that was? Like,
That was probably close to 10 or 11 at least.
I think
That was a big gill.
I know.
That was real big. So that's the crappie I caught when I got here. Still alive and kicking. That one there is probably 11 inches. And then I caught a second one about 15 minutes ago or so. That's about half the size, but he's a nice little, he's a keeper. He'll clean right up. Yeah, he ain't going to bed tonight, folks. He's getting put in the ground after I bury his body, after I fillet him. Yeah, I love fishing. In fact, I think I'll move over. Move down yonder a little bit. We'll go down. Go down this way. There he is. Yeah, we'll go right here. Alright, let's see if one hooks into my line while I'm back getting my other stuffs. Alrighty, new spot, kinda. Just down the walkway a bit. Yipper skipper. Man, I know I can't change the past, but I wish my hips wouldn't have went bad on me. Oh. That bobber's gone. Good night, Gracie. Oh, I got him. That's a small one. Stupid perch. If the perch would get big enough to keep, it wouldn't be a stupid perch. It'd be just a dumb perch. The pike.
Oh, this is a big fish.
You got another fish?
Oh, that was.
Are you using a bobber?
No, I'm using bottom ring.
Okay, you was fishing off bottom. Bummer he got off.
He was biting. He was pulling me deeper.
Yeah. Yipper. Yeah, I got over here and I just about to sit down. And that bobber was, it was out of here. It was on the move in a hurry. Oh, there it goes again. Let me see if I can. I had a little bit of a runner there for a second. He picked it up, but he didn't have the strength to put it under. There we go. Zoom in. Up a little bit. There we go. Tilt that a little more. And there. Alrighty. I kind of like the close-up. I mean, I can see the bobber just fine, but having the zoom feature, kind of cool. Yeah, these crappie, they travel in schools. It's kind of nice to get up once in a while and kind of just switch spots. Even 30, 40 feet left to the right or to the right makes a big difference. Yeah. Again? Man.
Oh, yeah, that's a nice fish.
Oh, wow, you got him.
Oh, that's a nice fish.
Are you using a steel leader in case you get a hold of a pike?
No, so I hope this isn't a pike.
Yeah, you better hope not, because he'll shred your line.
Oh, it's that bass.
Oh my God, that's a big bass.
Oh. Come here.
That's a nice one, son. Wow. Holy cow.
Oh my gosh, we got a fish on this round.
You got another one on the other pole. That's how it's supposed to be for me, not you. I'm fishing for crappies. That's fun. I like watching kids fish, man. It's fun. It reminds me when I was young. And I get into it too when they're hitting really good too. You just wait. Nothing on that. Oh, that's a beauty, bro.
It's like 2 pounds.
Yeah, if this was June 1st, you could keep it. Legally. Back in the day, I'd have took out my fillet knife and did it right here and threw the carcass in the lake. Back in the day. There's plenty of bodies at the bottom of this lake for me catching them.
Flathead bait.
Huh?
This is perfect flathead bait.
Yeah.
Do you know anywhere to catch those around?
Do what now?
Do you know anywhere it's like use like channel catfish or like flathead fish at all?
No. That kid's having fun. What it was to be young. Now we have to get old. But that's okay. I look at it like this. I'm not getting older. I'm one day closer to eternity. And that's when it really begins. Life is a dream. It's like a dream with eternal consequences. And if we get it wrong here and now, we're going to pay for it for eternity. So life is the dream. Life is like the dream with eternal consequences. Or you could say, know, for some reason I'm drawing a blank on my other saying. Let's see here. Oh, there's my one bobber. There we go. That was easy. I think that's the other one that way. This one's over here. Yeah. Man, he's busy over there. Those night crawlers. See, I'm using minnows. Otherwise, I'd be going nuts over here too. But I'm fishing for a specific type. There we go. Yippers. Yeah, okay, he's done over there. I might go over there and take that spot now that he's going home. Let's see if the crappies are up against that shoreline. There's a shoreline over there. And if you look at it, it's a really nice spot to fish because you got all that brush. Let me see if I can hold my camera still. You got all the brush over. See that? And I throw right up against that area. And that's an island out there. Well, it's not an island. It's more like a peninsula. And the whole thing is, the lake is going to claim it eventually. And when I was a kid, we would run in and through that swampy little island there. We're going to go there in a second. And we would run in and there and through there, and you could put your fishing bobber down in a hole, and there's beaver dams back in there. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
All right, buddy. You have a good day, man.
All right, you too.
Yep, God bless you.
Hope you catch some on.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to probably go over to that dock and see if the crappies are hitting.
All right, good luck.
Yes, sir. You have a good day, man. I'm glad I did that. I put my tripod on my fishing line. So that going. And I'm gonna give it another maybe half hour, 45 minutes, and I'm gonna pack it up. Then what is today? What is today? Tuesday? Today's Tuesday. No, today's Wednesday. You know, when you don't have a schedule to keep, you're like, you lose track of days. You don't mean to, but if you don't have a schedule, you're not thinking about it. You know, you got church on Sundays, and usually that's my anchor on the days. It's like, okay, how many days ago was I at church? But it could be Friday, and in my brain, I'm thinking it's Tuesday. You don't got a schedule. I think that's called retirement or, well, being on disability. But I miss working. I don't know. 30 years of not. I don't know. I got my YouTube channel. That's what, you know. I mean, if I didn't have this, I would be. All I do is fish. I'd be playing Call of Duty all the time, which I really need to start playing a little bit more. It's been a while. The channel's doing, you know, the Lord's helped the channel to grow and all that, and sometimes I just don't know how to slow down. That's how, when I work, that's how I was. I can't slow down. And I think that's how God wants us to be if we're able to. Oh, come on. If that wasn't for the stupid head. A lot of people say, well, you're crazy, Shriver. I mean, my God, I wish I didn't have to go to work every day. Don't say that. I miss it, but my body can't handle it. 3 hip replacements, 2 back surgeries. I skipped out on 1, but I have to do it or I'm going to end up with kyphosis, which means I'll be a hunchback because it totally messes your spine up. My spine's already messed up. So there comes a time in a man's life where you say, listen, you got to swallow your pride, stop being stupid, because pride will sink you. Your pride can sink you like a battleship in World War II, hit by an American bomber, or several American bombers at the same time, as oft times happen. And all right, let's head to the dock. And they came down here in the fall, and they started. We had a giant crane, and these giant tractors. And I'm not kidding. They had a front end loader, one of those big backhoes, the giant ones, but in the front end. They had it about 200 yards out into the lake. And I drove by here one day, and I was like, what is a tractor floating on the water? That's not Jesus in the form of a tractor, is it? Apparently they had a dock under it. So the tractor looked like it was literally walking or rolling on water. It's really weird. I've never seen anything like that before. Coca-Cola. Red. White. You. Oh, excuse you, man. You guys are gassy today. All right, let's head to the dock. And then we'll go home, and maybe later tonight I'll have a message. The wildlife around here is great too. I don't know. You know how memory works, right? Well, I'm not quite sure how it works either, but it does. We used to say that when we were kids, because I lived up the hill. Like I said, I'm only like two and a half city blocks from the lake. I grew up that hill, and we used to say that when we were teenagers on our bicycles, and all the girls came up here from downstate, and we were always looking for chicks, and well, because we're American boys, that's what we did. That's normal. Good old straight boys. And I just thought about that when I said that, the wildlife around here. My brain went back to 1990 again. And I don't know, my best years of my life were, I would have to say, and it's true, besides my kids, the best years of my life was between 1987 and 1993. Junior high and high school. And the weird thing is when I was in junior high, my mom and dad split, and I still call that the best years of my life. Okay, I must take a break. I'm pathetically out of shape. But when you can't jog and you can't run, you're gonna get out of shape. And so, best years of my life was from 87 to 93. Sixth grade through 12th grade. And my dad left when I was 11. And my mom raised me. And that's why I will always have the utmost respect for females. Because my mom did such a good job, worked hard raising me. My dad said, I don't want you to misunderstand. I have zero hard feelings toward my father. He wanted me to go with him when he left my mom, and I said no. I said, Dad, I'm young. I said I had enough girlfriends to know what faithfulness is and what loyalty is when you're with a woman or with a girl, because I was only 11 years old. I said, what you did to Mom, I'll forgive you. I will, and I have. I did a long time ago. But I said, there's no way I'm going with you and leaving my mom alone after what you did to her. And I said, I wouldn't leave my mom anyway. That's my mom. She needs me. And my mom would have made it without me. But my dad was the guilty party, and I wasn't going to stay with the guilty. Daddy or not, that's your mom. You don't mess with women like that. You don't, no. No one's, people make mistakes. But you don't act out on that. Don't do that. You break up or you divorce. Now, I don't recommend divorce, but don't dishonor yourself even worse by going out and banging some chick when you're married. You might be a scumbag, but don't make it even worse on yourself by dishonoring your body and dishonoring your wife. Sleep with some other woman. And women, trust me, I was married and that was done to me. So women, don't, you too, you just don't cheat. Some water in here. These boys are starting. Some of these minnows are starting to go belly up. All right, crappies. Now I usually do really good right here, but again, the water is still a little bit chilly. Chilly, is that a word? No, it's a food, but like, is it? Yeah, I guess that relates to cold, doesn't it? Right here's the spot where my son and I caught 52 in 3 hours and one giant, really giant sunfish. That was one of the biggest sunfish I'd ever caught, and I caught him on a minnow. If you got a bluegill or a sunfish on, and you're reeling it in, you don't know what it is. If that thing's a bluegill, it's got to be a massive one because they don't usually hit minnows unless they're really big. It's nice living right up the hill from a lake because I don't got to drive 50, 60 miles just to get to a lake. Right there. So who's in the chat, man? Who's in the chat? I know coconuts are real. I know that's a fact. I watch Survivor, and I got a real coconut on my channel. It's pretty cool. Not all content creators say they have a real coconut on their channel. I was thinking about starting a third channel, a fishing channel. And I was going to name the channel, That Bobber's Gone. That Bobber's Gone, my Shriver. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to wait another hour. It's really getting cold. I don't think it's supposed to get below. Hey, Google. No freeze warning for tonight, so that's good. If the nights can start warming up, that would be fantastic, nature. Fantastic. All right, I think what I'll do is I'll take this pole on the dock, cast it out, and come back. That hurt. Rest of the stuff. Be back. Just a second. Oh, that's not good. Stupid mesh net. There we go. That bobber's gone. Alrighty. And grab this one. Go. I hope to have had at least 7 or 8 of them, but I reckon it ain't gonna happen today. But 2 in the bucket's a good start. I'd like to get, before June 1st, I'd like to have a total of about 100 of these things in my freezer. 3 years ago, in 30 days, I ended up with 350 fillets in my freezer. I was catching them 20 and 30 a time. In the morning, I'd catch a bunch. I'd limit out 25, and then I'd come back in the evening and limit out again. But we'll see if this year is going to be as productive as previous years. As Poison said, only time will tell. That was one of their best songs back in the day. And it was on a little known album of theirs. It wasn't on Open Up and Say Ah. It wasn't on whatever the first album. It was on, I think it was on their greatest hits. And that was back in '92. And it was a song called Only Time Will Tell. I used to listen to that song quite a bit. And the only thing I didn't agree about that song was the drinking part in it. But other than that, I love that song. So here's where, oops. Hey, where did I go? I'm still alive, but why is it? Oh, that's why. Whoops. Here's where I'm at now. There's my bobber. But I'm right up next to this. Look at that brush, man. That whole brush line right there. That whole line right there. Dude, I've caught so many like bass right in this area. It's just fabulous for fishing this area right here. And I, give it 10 years or so, that'll all be underwater right here because it started already. And we used to walk through there, no problems. Trails everywhere. The only thing you had to watch for was beaver holes because there were beaver dams and stuff in there. And I haven't seen a beaver in here in a long time, maybe 7-8 years. So there we are. Here I am. So this is the last spot for the night. I'll give it about 20 minutes here, and then we're gonna bail. And then I'll go home and either clean those 2 tonight or leave them in the freezer until I get more and then clean them then. But look at this, guys. Look at this one. That one there is 10. No, it's more than that. That's about 11 inches. That's between 11 and 12. That's my big one, and I got one more in the bucket here. But this is the daddy of it too. This was the first one. I caught that one, 15 minutes after I got down here, guys. It didn't take long at all. And, well, it took longer than I normally would think it would take. But like I said, the water temperature is still pretty cold. We are definitely behind on temperature. Like, water should be about 5 or 6 degrees colder than what it is. once that water gets up, oh, crappie are so good. Melissa, oh, they're so good. They'll make you slap your mama. That's how good they are. They are a great eating fish. Them and perch and walleye are probably my 3 favorite tasting fish. They're so good. Oops, could have been bad. Man caught that sunfish he had. That joker must have been close to 12 inches. I thought I was going to throw right into that tree branch. I got a perfect spot. I better lower this down a little bit. Next thing you know, I don't want my phone to go flying in. Oh, there's a hit. There is a. He's got him. Oh, I think this is a bass. That's either a bass or it's a massive crappie. Stupid rock bass, piece of garbage. I can't stand these things. Look at this though. I'll give them this. They got a pretty eye. Seeing how they're a red-eyed rock bass. Look at the red in their eye. But yeah, those things are a disappointment because they don't. When I go crappie fishing, like right now in the spring, which is usually this is the only time I go fishing, I'll fish from now until probably the 2nd week in June, and then I won't fish again until next year. But whenever I come down here to start crappie fishing for the spring, I either catch crappies or I catch rock bass. And I hate the rock bass because I think it's a crappie because it hits like a crappie. And then it's a stinking rock bass. It frustrates me to no end. It's like a total waste. I don't know why God made them. I wish he didn't. They're an absolute waste. Because you think they're the thing you want, and then you find out it's not what you wanted. Yeah, right there. That's good. Oh, I tripped the minnow. So we got Melissa's in the house. We got, is that Paula? Is that Paula? She went missing for a couple days, kind of. But people get busy. Let's see. Right on. I don't think that either of those are live stuff. There we go. Let's see. There we go. There's a live one still. Maybe I'll get bait later tonight, so when I come down here tomorrow, I won't have to stop at the gas station. Just come straight to the lake. Okay. Alrighty, fresh minnow. Ooh, let's not throw this one off, Mike. There we go. Good spot. Could have been a little bit better, but it's okay. A little bit active. Let's see here. We got, hey, it's none of ya. Where you been hiding, none of ya? Oh, I miss you. I notice when people aren't there. It's like, and you miss them because you get used to people, you know? How you been doing, man? It's good to see you again. All right, let's get this pull over here. My sunglasses over there. Before they go for a dive. I think that bottom was going for a dive. That looks like a hit right there. Fishy. Here, fishy. I'm gonna try to feed my cat some minnows when I get home and see if they'll eat them. You know, cats like to play with their food. And then, because I used to feed my cat grasshoppers when I was growing up. Oh, she loved grasshopper. She'd play with that grasshopper for like 10 or 15, 20 minutes, right? And that grasshopper, next thing you know, you hear crunch, 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 crunch. She mowed down that grasshopper when she got bored with playing with him. And she went crunch, 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 crunch. You could hear that endoskeleton or exoskeleton going crunch, crunch. It was so fun. We used to have a lot of fun with our cats. We used to take socks and we'd fold up our gym socks and we would just bombard the cat with gym socks. That poor cat, she had fun too for a while, but then she would get tired of running and she would go hide in a corner and we'd find her. And like my friend and I had each had 10 pairs of socks folded up, so 20 pairs of socks in total. And we'd start bombarding her. She's so funny. She enjoyed it for a while, but then she surrendered, and we were like, time to die. Boom, 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 that poor cat. No, my Shriver Ministries does not condone the torturing of animals with gym socks folded up, fresh out of a dryer. We are not about that. That's not what we support here. We're about preaching and teaching the fullness of the truth, not this halfway stuff and selling people short of their eternity. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. There we go. Let's see that bobber. And hopefully that bobber will disappear. Would you like to see a magic trick? I'm gonna make this pencil disappear. Ta-da! It's gone. Ledger, man. Why did he have to die? I guess you shouldn't mix pills with pills. I mean, I understand medication more than most people, but he took that medicine with Xanax or something and killed him. We never even got to see the opening of Batman Dark Knight. 2 days before the premiere? Something like that. And did you know that Heath Ledger, he locked himself in that hotel for 30 days. He talked to nobody, and they sent him his food from room service. And he perfected his, no, that was me, I'm just jigging right now. He perfected his Joker character all alone because he wanted to get the feeling of insanity, being alone and just, yeah. Oh. Nope. Wishful thinking. That was me wishful thinking. I went, oh. And the waves picked up a wee bit. All right, let's get this other line in, and we're going to cast it over here to the right. Right makes right. Right? Okay. And let's get this bobber a little lower. Quite a bit lower, actually. Let's go about 8 inches deep. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Perfect. Beautiful. Absolute casting perfection. I almost caught the shoreline there. I bet you anything I have 10 or 15 different, and probably more than that, 10 or 15 times at least, where I cast it into that shoreline, and the shoreline claimed my bobber, and my hook, and my split shot. Oop. There we go. Oh, that's a possibility on that other one. It's a possibility. The possibilities are endless. You give it another week, they're going to be hitting a reckless abandon here, man. It's going to be a slaughter. There's going to be scales and blood everywhere. No, you haven't seen nothing yet. I get super excited when I go fishing. I probably have the biggest mouth in this entire lagoon, and you're going to have all sorts of tourists here. How do you not get excited when you see your bobber start going down? How does that not thrill you? Hear those birds? They're singing up there. Alrighty. Let's go this way instead. See what we can get over there. Over yonder. We'll sing and shout and dance about when we get over yonder. We'll sing and shout and dance about when we get over yonder. Yo, whoa, whoa, won't we have a time? King Jesus, he'll be there. Oh, there's a hit. That's a real hit. That's a man's hit. Come on, come on. Come on, you know you want it. Oh, I should have put the wood to him. I waited too long. I should have put the wood to him. He hit like a crappie. He took it about a quarter of the way under. Oh, there he is, there he is, there he is. I'm going to put the wood to him. Got him. That's a bass. That ain't no crappie. Come on. He's a fun little guy. He's about 6 or 7. I'll show you. Hold on. You'll see. I'll show you. He's a little guy. He's purty, though. He's purty. Yeah. The only problem is it's got to be 14 inches, and this guy's about half that. But it's not June 1st either, so I can't keep him even if he was legal size. Yeah, he's a baby bass. He'll grow up. In about a year, I'll come back and get him. Yeah, that was fun, though. I think half the fun of fishing, it is watching that bobber start dancing. You know, it's like, it's almost like a mating ritual. You get that rush. You get that adrenaline rush. And like birds in nature, you know, they flaunt their feathers. They get excited, right? And when it comes to fishing, that bobber does a dance with nature. It's just, wow. It's poetic. It really is. It's like poetry. All right, so we got another minnow. Yeah, we don't want that. That thing's stiff as a board. He's been dead for a while. Alrighty. Now, I better be very careful. Not a good thing if your phone falls in the water. You might see bubbles going across the screen. Okay, so here's the one. If you guys are just, this is the big one I caught. Look at that. Now that's pretty. Beauty right there. Beautiful fish. That one there is about 11 or 12 inches. We'll find out when I get home, though. That is a crappie. This is one of the only reasons I still live, is to fish for these. I only do it 1 month out of the year, maybe 5 weeks, at the most 6, depending on when they start hitting, because they're in here spawning right now, and then you won't find them in mid-June. They're out of here. They're out in the deep. Deep calls unto the deep. And I got one more crappie in here, but he's too small to even bother finagling out of the water. But he's not too small for me to butcher. After all, I am the butcher of Missaukee. I don't know, over 40 years, I've probably caught tens of thousands of these. For real, tens of thousands. Come down here. If you have a good warm spring, and we have not, this has been a terrible spring. We're still having frost advisories in middle of May. And even for Michigan, that's bad. That's terrible. Now the first week of May, yeah, but now we're heading toward the third week of May. And we're still having frost advisories. And really, I mean, even in the first week, it's pretty bad to have frost advisories. But we need nights warm, you know, and our days have been terribly cold too for this time of the year. It's not a normal year, which they're predicting we're going to have not the best of summer. There, you can actually see both bobbers of mine now. That that one right there is the one that's probably going to go first. All right, let's get that. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Diddly, diddly. Okay. There we go. Come on. Let's go. There you are. Yeah. And there'll be times when I come down here where I don't bring the camera. Well, I guess I'll bring the camera because it's on the phone. But I won't go live. I'll just be just little old me. Catching the fishes. That bobber should go down anytime. This one here has been kind of quiet. Man, I wanted to catch at least 2 more, but I ain't done yet. Oh, perfect cast. That's a beauty. Should get something right there. I almost snagged a bush there. I thought for sure I was gonna have to pray and pull that out of the bushes, but look at that. I got it right. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's right there. Look how close I got. It was even closer than that. The wind's changing direction. Again. Alright. Both bobbers are in a good spot, but I would say that one's probably got a better chance. Oh man, it's starting to get cold. That one's got a little bit of a tilt to it. I might be on a lead under the water. I got a hit on that. Let's put a little bit of action on it. Come on. God's decision. How you doing, buddy? And Paula. And Melissa. And my good sister Angela. Come on, bobber, go under. Camera's watching you. Maybe the pressure's mounting on the bobber. It can't perform if somebody's watching. Let's go, bobber. Come on. Here, fishy, 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 fishy. Maybe there's a dogfish out there. You know, I caught a dogfish, actually. That's a true story. In Lake Cadillac, 15 miles from here, I caught a dogfish. That must have been in the early 2000s, late 1990s. That thing was ugly. I thought I had some sort of satanic abomination. It was nastily ugly. It didn't look human. It didn't quite look like a fish. I didn't know what it was. That's a good spot right there, too. Oh, I just missed a branch. It's always a risk. It's always a gamble when you're fishing over here next to this island. And really, I think it's a peninsula. But, you know, who cares? Let's see, there's that bobber. And I bet you that one out there is going to go under first. You know, see, if I was a gambling man, I'd start a betting pool within Mike SHRIVER Ministries. Oh, wouldn't that be contradictory? Preacher's got a betting pool going on his channel. Where'd that bobber go? Alright, so there's that. And so it should be right in that area. Oh well. I know where that one is. That one's right here, right? There. That one's in range. On my jacket, because yipper skipper. Now, see, this would be the time you'd think they'd be hitting. Well, I think let's see. I'll cast this one more time and the other one more time, and then we're gonna get out of Dodge before the shooting starts. It was nice just to catch that big one. That was worth the whole trip right there. I needed that. I needed something to restore my faith in the fact that it is springtime and these things should be biting. But it's the stupid water temperature, and it's a huge factor. Jedi skills right there. That's Jedi. If I don't get a hit right there, man, what a wasted cast that would be. It was a beautiful cast too. It was almost like, art. The art of the cast. Forget the art of the deal. All that works great, but it's all about the art of the cast. Well, at least this isn't one of those fishing channels where they go to a stocked pond. Dude, there's this one channel. It's on at like 2 in the morning. And this dude's fishing in a stacked pond. I mean, there's fish every 2 feet, giant ones. And it's like, where's the challenge? And they're getting all excited, and they're speaking in some dialect and language I never even heard on Star Trek. And they're all excited. So, oh, yeah, oh, fishy, big old fishy. Oh, that fishy's so big. It's like, what? And it's like, there's no challenge to it. I like to watch those fishing shows where they dig a hole in the dirt and they start pulling out fish with their hands on land. It is the weirdest thing. And it's like, I think it's these areas where there was a drought and the fish buried themselves 75 feet under the mud or something like that. And so it looks like it's regular land, and these guys were pulling fish out of this hole. I don't know what it's called, but it's the coolest thing. But it's way better than watching a show where they're fishing in a stocked pond, like where it's intentionally stocked, like trillions of fish in a square. And but they would flip over rocks, and this is somewhere in Southeast Asia or outer Mongolia or inner Mongolia, one of those places over there. And they would flip these rocks over, and there would be a mud puddle under the rock still. There'd still be water there. And they're pulling fish out. Maybe I should go live one night and we'll watch one of those videos together. It's the coolest thing in the world. Let's see. I think that minnow's been running for a minute. Let's see what's going on with that. Yeah, I don't think it's anything. All right, I'm out of here. I'm gonna pack it up, head home. It's freezing out here. At least for May, it's freezing. But that's okay. I need to get out in the fresh air, enjoy nature. Although I could just watch a movie and there's nature there, right? I mean, you know, maybe in deep space, outer space movies, that's kind of nature. I don't want to go, but I almost said computer time. I'm so used to my Alexa. You know anybody trying to quit? Yeah, me too. Alrighty, so the poles are done up. That goes back there. Oh man, I'm getting old, folks. I'm getting old. Oh, so cold. Tend the fire. Reminds me of Dana in that one Next Generation episode where Missaukee takes the ship over. Brent Spiner is a very good actor. He is, wow. I wonder if I could do that. Could I do that? Mike SHRIVER Ministries watches Star Trek The Next Generation episodes together. There's got to be a way. I grew up on that stuff. It's obviously the Lord is more important. I get that. I'm not stupid, but the Star Trek, not this new garbage, except for Picard season 3, but Trek from 1987 until about 2001 when Voyager ended. That was real good Star Trek. That was decent Star Trek. Even the morality in that Star Trek was good. It was very morals based. It was very good TV. That'd be fun to watch together. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna go for now because I gotta carry everything up to the hill, and I will see you guys later on. Thank you for going fishing with me. At least we got one really nice one. And I'll probably just put him on ice until tomorrow when I get others. So thank you guys for being here. It was fun. I might be live later. I don't know yet. I doubt it, but I might. So I'm going to go for now, but not forever. And never forget, guys, that fishing is fun. And Jesus created all the fish. And he created us to enjoy those fish. And never forget that Jesus Christ is our great God and Savior. See you later.